What's up, guys? Welcome to the Wisdom Addicts podcast, a podcast where we help you achieve your best version through life experiences, books, and studying the great that have done great. Today, we're back at El Cuarto Studio with our friends Ana. Shout out to the great work she's doing. We love collaborating, being part of this awesome project. And again, I'm here with my co-host Gianfranco.
We do the handshakes.
Yeah, we do handshakes, damn. Low value men. and
It's a
and
change.
we want to just talk today, guys, what we think and understand a high value man is, what our perspective is based on our own life experiences, and more than anything, just trying to add value to this conversation, knowing that our society is starting to shape man into being weak, making it being a normal thing. And
No offense to anyone.
no, we're not trying to offend anyone. We're just trying to, again, bring the best version out of anyone, any man, young man that can listen to this. So I want to start off, brother. What do you think for you, your perception of a high value man?
First off, what an honor to be here one more time. Anna, shout out to Anna. Every time we come here, there's a visible improvement in her technology, so it's getting better. To answer your question, for me, a high value man is someone that is completely committed to itself, not only in their career, but physicality and just working on that mindset. I think that in society, making people believe that it's not their fault how they live their lives is how people start victimizing themselves.
Oh my, oh my.
Oh my, oh my. Blame the economy, blame making people to believe that it's that whatever is happening to you, it's not your fault. That you have no control and no responsibility on your life. But however, when you empower people, like we're doing to you right now, whoever is watching, that's when people reach true freedom. And that's our mission here. And I think that's my definition of a high value man.
I think a high value man is just someone that has their feet bigger than their mouth.
Walk the talk.
Indeed. Because I think nowadays with social media and just the instant gratification of ordering food through Uber Eats, through understanding that being
Instant dopamine.
yeah, understanding that being overweight is okay just because you got a couple DMs, a couple likes, you start a project and then you don't accomplish what you said you were going to accomplish and you think it's okay.
Identity.
Yeah, because you see people next to you that are not achieving the best version of themselves, so you think it's okay. So I just think that a high value man, it's just knowing that whatever you say you're gonna do, you do it.
What do you think? What do you think? If I'm listening to you, right, and I click with you, and I say, you know what, I wanna be a high value man. I would love to improve my life. What would be the first step? How do I get started?
I would say just awareness, knowing where you're standing, because whatever you want to change, you first have to know what you want to change. You first have to know, okay, look in the mirror and be like, where am I right now in life? Because I think it's very easy. You're always one drink away, you're always one night out away, you're always one movie night away from diverting from your goals and knowing that next
And
day,
that one night away might back up your plans and your goals for a year, 2 years, 3 years, and you don't know that.
yeah,
But if you were to ask me the same question, I would say the first step is to, change your environment, change the people around you. Because at the end of the day, if the people that you have around you are not inspire you, are not aligned with your goals and the things that you want to achieve, then that's for me the number one step in order to create this change in your life.
yeah, I think there's an exercise that I always do with any business venture I'm part of and any person I'm coaching or working with is just doing a SWOT analysis, strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, threats. I think if you get a piece of paper and you do that for yourself, the opportunities and threats, the more aware you are and the more you put it in paper, I think that's when you really understand. But it really all starts with who you are, you know? where you want to go, what do you want to do? Because if you want to be mediocre, maybe you don't even know you're mediocre because you're surrounding yourself with people just like you that aren't
because
flooding.
because society has made you think that it's not your fault, that
Yeah.
you're a victim. It circles back to my first point. You know, society has made you believe that it's okay to be weak. It's okay to be soft. It's okay to be average because they want you to be that way in order to control you and make you a consumer and not a producer.
Yeah. I
Powerful.
Yeah, no, man. It's just like you get on social media every day and you're spending hours. Why can't you start your own?
This is why this outlet for me is so, it's, you know, magical, because not only we're helping people, inspiring people, but we're creating content versus just consuming.
Yeah, exactly. Like you're always one video away, you're always one post away from, instead of just talking about the government or whining about causes that you have no control of, you can actually say, hey, this is me, this is what I want to do, but I'm not saying it, I'm showing it. And I think if you don't use social media for that, you're really letting a train go by. A train that, remember that time when Instagram went down for a day? Who were you that day? There were people that literally lost their identity.
Unknowingness,
Yeah,
yeah.
because they were like, "Oh, I'm attached to the followers I have or the likes or the DMs." And I think, man, high value men should understand that when you're in college, it's okay to go out and party. It's okay to mingle and meet people, but man, once you're over 25, you really have to understand if you're not making your family proud, you're doomed because life just gets harder. And I think
It gets tougher, it gets more competitive. You get a reality check that you're this is your life.
man, and how many of the people, the men that we grew up around with, they obviously had everything, they had a lot of things paid for, but now they get to a point in their lives where they know that,
They don't even know who they are because they've been given everything. And I
yeah,
wouldn't exchange my journey for anything, because me having to work for everything for myself is not even about what I've been able to get in my life, physical. It's the person that I've become to, through the years. And that's what's really about. It's just challenging yourself and finding ways to, because like things are supposed to be tough. Like if you want to be a champion, like if you want the easy way, why would it be easy? If it would be easy, everybody would have a six pack. Everybody would be smart. Everybody would have millions of dollars. It's supposed to be difficult. It's supposed to be challenging, you know.
yeah, when you're in college, when you're in high school, before you're 25, you might surprise girls with your dad's car or your dad's villa, but man, once you start,
Villa,
well,
flex with the watch.
once you start turning over that age, man, like women start to notice when it's yours and it's not yours. Women
Yeah.
start to notice when it's daddy's money, when it's, just,
It's just by a conversation,
yeah, yeah, yeah.
because you have no experience. You have no experience. And you listen, when you get like when you hear something like someone is watching us right here right now, and they're like, you know what, I want to be like them. I get inspired. That energy that you get from inside, you can't buy it anywhere in Walmart. You develop it. And then you feel it because you're a human, but you have to nurture it and grow it. So I think that's the main thing for a high value man.
Yeah, no, indeed, and I think that just, man, awareness. I'm very fond of that because a lot of people go through life and a lot of people,
Conscious competence.
yeah, it's like, man, if you don't look in the mirror, like, yeah, social media, it might be a good, escape. Whatever your friends say about you, it might be a good escape. But man, if you look in the mirror and you're not proud of what you're doing, if you're not surrounding yourself with people 10 times the level you are at, you're always going to be on a loop. And I think, again, as you say, when we get behind this microphone, we're doing things in our life that help us sit here and be like, okay, we're adding value. We're not stopping going to the gym. We're not eating like crap or respecting our sleep or going all in our hustle. And I think that's really what encapsulates a high value man. Just doing more than you say. Because a lot of people are gonna make you want to stop what you're doing just because you're doing too much. Oh, you're being different. But then again, man, like,
You're too obsessed. You're too hardcore. Loosen up. Have fun. You know what? The only thing that doesn't stop is time. And if you are in this mindset at 25, 26, 27, and you don't wake up and realize that you need to create changes in your life, you're gonna be that guy at 33, like sitting there and like in complete unknowingness due to lack of awareness.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, and that's the thing. If it would only be you, okay, but if you look around, you're gonna notice that do this exercise. Start a business tomorrow and call your 10 best friends and ask them to buy from your product. But then ask your 10 friends to go on a weekend to Capcana or whatever you want to go in our beautiful island. Do the math.
that's valid.
You're gonna have 10 friends say, "Oh yeah, I'll support you. I'll like your post. I'll like your story," but will they purchase from you? But when you say, "Hey, let's become a consumer and let's go and spend their money in alcohol, in women, in just delusional activities," that's when you really know if you're surrounding yourself with men that,
That's when you know when you need to change your the people around you, which in my opinion is step number one.
yeah, yeah. And guys, if you're gonna take anything from this, just look inside. Like, really, you see all these books, we've read a bunch of biographies, and man, the people that have done great, they've just known that you have to surround yourself with people way better than you. You have to surround yourself with men that you look at them and you're not surprised by the cars, by the watch, by the women they hang out. You're surprised by who they are as a person. By when you sit on a table, you talk to them and you're like, wow, this person has walked the talk. Not this person was given things by mommy and daddy, but this person is building. Because tomorrow, what are you trying to be? Are you trying to be a provider? When you have a family, are you going to feed off credit cards? Are you going to feed off, like, what are you going to live off? So,
And think about it this way too. Now because you're average, and now because you carry that life of, mediocrity, it's like now your kids are gonna suffer, and your kids, and it's like generational. So with that, we close this episode. Thank you guys so much, and we really appreciate it.